I assume that you're going to have to get some kind of approval from the federal government to make the changes that you wish to in Medicaid. Is that true? Are you going to have to get some kind of option approved so you can move to managed care, Mr. President?
Well, again, yes, we will. To put it simply, yes, we will. And I hope that Washington, D.C. will learn lessons from just a few years ago. Back in 1996, a Democrat president and a Republican Congress recognized that welfare as we know it is broken. It did not serve well when you have a one-size-fits-all situation. So Washington had the common sense to say, we're going to allow the states to have flexibility on this important program. And this is what we can do with Medicaid in the same regard. Again, what Medicaid is a top-down Washington, D.C. health care plan that does not serve the patient well. I'm happen to be married to a doctor. Dean's, of course, brother is a doctor. They recognize that Medicaid's broken because it doesn't serve the patient well. We need to have patient-centered health care as opposed to government-centered health care. And so we'll be asking Washington, D.C. for what's called a waiver, meaning give us the flexibility, and in exchange we'll also give accountability to Washington, meaning the taxpayer, of how we'll do this. If you give us that flexibility, I think you'll have a better system that serves the patient better and allow for states that are different. We're a lot different than New York or California, and for that matter, Clewiston's a lot different than Miami. Allow us that flexibility, and we'll take the accountability for a change as politicians. But the only thing we're concerned about is that Washington might not grant us that flexibility, and then when we're in a real quandary towards the future.
When will you know about the granting of the waiver?
Well, fortunately, the outline for the plan that Mike and I have worked on can be begun under the existing 1115 waiver that we have. Now, eventually, for it to expand statewide over the 5 years or the 4 or 5 year horizon that Mike and I have talked about, it will have to be modified. But like Mike said, we're hoping that we can begin within the existing waiver we've got now, demonstrate success based on what's already worked, and then carry those concepts out so that when we approach Washington, we can say, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel, we're asking for permission to expand something that we can demonstrate has worked. And that's I think, what sound most likely to get us the answer we're hoping for.